Hi. Now I'd like to discuss the concept of parenting yourself or becoming your own parent, becoming your own mother or your own father. Regardless if you have had a mother and father, like if you were raised by both, sometimes your needs were not met, or you may have felt unloved or unprotected at times. And it's not about blaming anyone, it's just about now addressing it yourself, becoming empowered for yourself so that the rest of your life, um, you can kind of feel that love and that protection that you have not maybe felt up until this point. So if you're just curious about the whole inner child, parenting your inner child journey, then, if you don't feel like you need any of these tips or any of this guidance, then at least you'll be informed. But basically, so like I said, many of us grow up with unmet emotional needs, and our inner child is often left unprotected, unseen, or unloved, especially the unseen part. Just think about how many times growing up, or you observe other children kind of like seen and not heard, or you're not really asked like an adult, what do you want to do, or how do you feel about this, or it's kind of like you're told what to do, or it's assumed that you're going to go along with the plan or with whatever situation is going on. It can be very daunting, rather daunting, if I might say, but yeah. So, bringing your own mother or father emphasizes taking on the role of the nurturing, supportive parent your inner child needs. That involves setting boundaries. Each time you put up boundaries or stand your ground, you are actively stepping into the role of a protective parent for your inner child. Boundaries are a form of love. They communicate that I am worthy of safety and respect. That's in especially romantic relationships. When you are involved with someone, just, your inner child needs to be protected from love at all cost. Like, for the sake of being in a relationship, I'm going to accept disrespect. I'm going to accept being taken for granted. When you care for your inner child, you don't allow that. You put up, firm boundaries, and people know not to cross those boundaries. Same thing with friendships. If you have a friend and all you do is go where they want to go, to the mall, to the movies, I'm thinking as a teenager, or a young adult, that's not really respecting your inner child and what they want to do. Even if it means flying solo, do what you want to do. You want to go ice skating? Of course, safely. So, so maybe put in some safety measures. But I just mean, don't wait for your friends to want to do that too. Your inner child is more important to appease than going along with the crowd or always doing what others want to do. Um, let's see. Yeah, like even as an adult, I'm sorry, back to the friendships. It's like sometimes you want to go to Australia, or you want to go to the Bahamas, or wherever you want to go, but maybe your friends don't want to go there. They only want to go to Paris or Japan, or, you may spend your whole life not getting to see the Bahamas or where you want to go because your friends didn't want to go. I would say, there are groups that you don't have to go alone if you don't want to. You can partner up with someone, get to know someone that is also traveling there. Uh, bond up with someone once you do go over there, meet someone and travel together, but at least you'll get to see the place and it's not on someone else's terms. So I just wanted to put that in there. Now, the consequences. a feeling to set your boundaries, or that you'll allow toxic behavior into your life, and you'll be feeling to protect yourself, which will make you feel abandoned and neglected, and welcome even more bad behaviors. You know what I mean? It's like you'll send that signal that I am a welcome mat. I am someone that can be disrespected. I am. So you want to make sure that you have those boundaries in place so that people know what they're dealing with, and they do know not to take you for granted, or they can skip, out the door that way because you're not having it. Let's see. And it's not selfish, prioritizing your needs. I used to feel like, anything self-directed or prioritizing self was really an egotistical way to be, but it's not, because then once I started to see it from the viewpoint of the inner child and really respect that inner child, it was like, I don't know, I just started to feel better about treating myself well, no matter what it was, to take time aside to care for myself, to put my needs first, to make sure nobody disrespected me. It was kind of like, well, because I love children, so it was like, I won't let a child outside, like external children, be mistreated. I don't want, what about my own inner child? And once I saw it from that viewpoint, I changed. It completely changed me. It was like, I'm protecting her at all costs. Nobody's going to hurt her. No one's going to disrespect her. And I am going to give her treats. I am going to put her first. And I am going to, so it's like, it's awesome. Once you get on this journey, it is awesome. It definitely is awesome. And being your own parent means gentle, but also firm. And so, of course, I went on with the gentle part about self-care, do your nails, your hair, relax, rub your own feet, you know what I mean? Just pamper yourself. Watch something that you want to watch, even if it's extremely corny, nerdy, crazy, that book that no one else wants to read. Whatever it is, do it. Coloring, I love to color. Crayons will never go out of style. Painting, whatever it is that a kid would like to do that you find that you enjoy, do it. Don't let anyone say, oh, you're not a kid anymore. Why are you jumping rope? Or you're not a kid anymore. Why are you interested in that? It's for your inner child, and it's no one else's business. You can do what you want to do. And have fun with it. Don't feel guilty. It's not a guilty pleasure. It's your pleasure. It's something fun for you to do, and you deserve to do it just because you live and you breathe. And God has created us to enjoy ourselves. That's why you do it. So, yeah, so being gentle when yourself, but firm. And firm means sometimes there's a price for setting boundaries. You may have to shut someone out that you love deeply for your inner child's sake. Because you love that person, that other person very deeply, you are respecting that other person. However, they're not respecting you. So they have to go. And it may break your heart, but it's what you have to do to protect your inner child. That should always come first. And once you draw that line, like I said, it's a firm line, and you may be hurt, but you'll get over it. And God will bless you with someone that will treat you better in nanoseconds. You won't believe how fast somebody else will walk in that door once you put yourself first. So let's see. Oh, some practical ways, if I didn't list enough ways to reparent your inner child. Yeah, speaking kindly to yourself. Where was it? Oh, journaling from the perspective of your inner child. Practicing self-soothing techniques or visualizing yourself comforting your inner child, your younger self. That's very, very powerful. One day I was just sitting there. as I don't even remember, I didn't. For a while, I couldn't connect with who I was as a child, except for like moments that I was perhaps uncomfortable, or like just a moment maybe that stood out, but not connecting in a way that I really could feel like I wanted to connect and comfort her. But one day, somehow, I did connect. And it was like, wow, it was as if we were both in the room together. And I was able to feel how she felt. And I was able to connect and tell her why she was so lovable and so beautiful. And how I just wanted to do everything for her suddenly. Like, I just want to protect her and to do everything for her. So that's that if that moment, if you're blessed enough to have that experience, it's awesome. So you can connect, but you could start off by journaling if you don't want to go that deep. If you're not, able to stretch yourself a little bit to go there, you can journal. Definitely. Just start out with your pencil. You don't have to even know what you're going to write. Get out that paper, and then the first line could be something like, okay, hi, uh, Jimmy, at 10 years old. And then you can start thinking back, so, okay, how did Jimmy look when I was 10 years old? And where was I? What school did I go to? Or what house, what would I have been doing on a typical day or on a weekend? And then you just start to write about that day. I see you getting on the school bus in the morning. And then think about how did that feel. And one thing after another, you will connect that way. And you can just start being gentle and loving and kind, you know write a letter saying how you would like Jimmy to have a good day. You'll be surprised how far that goes. You'll be so surprised how far they go. In fact, it sneaks up on you. You think it's a mindless, meaningless exercise, and then a week later and a month later, it pays off. You are healing yourself without even realizing it. You are becoming more empowered without even noticing it. So just give it a try. It will be the most value packed exercise or time that you could use. I don't think that anything else that you could do for your life, for your purpose, for your quality of life, rather, I don't think there's anything more important that you could do in setting aside that 10 minutes just to write in that journal, just to see, test it out. You can look at it as an experiment to see how it works. Because I know how that is. Like, I used to hear about doing something like that in the past, and I would completely dismiss it, just completely not really give something like that the time of day. That's why I'm just like asking you to give it a chance. If it didn't transform me, I would not implore you to do so. But I do know that this can be very helpful for you. So with that, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time, inner children.